Hello gorgeous readers and welcome back to my channel. Now I took another little break from filming purely because, as I mentioned in my last video, I have moved across the country. So I've moved quite far and that is actually quite a lengthy process when it comes to getting all of your stuff from one end to the other. But I've finally done it, so my room is finally set up. I finally have an actual backdrop that is not just my plain wardrobes that are in front of me here. But my frustration of the day is my positioning. Because I have to film with the window to my left, it effectively means that one, this side of my face is just completely in shadow. Maybe I'll get a light for here, but this is not a professional YouTube channel. If you're expecting that, I feel like any of my other videos will point to the contrary, that this is not that. We're very basic over here. I film on my phone, but we do have a little new microphone today, which I'm very excited about. So that's the most professional that we're getting for a little while anyway. But yes, so maybe I'll get a light for here to kind of help with this situation. I don't know, but the sun and the position of my house is just not playing ball today, but I really wanted to film this video, so I'm just going to do it anyway. The light is good enough. It's good enough for me. I hope it's good enough for you, because today I have a very exciting video that I've been waiting the longest time to film because I have a bit of a problem. I have a bit of a problem, and that is buying books. I buy far too many books because they make me happy and I've been sad. So buying books makes me happy and it's just kind of spiraled. So today we are doing a huge book haul from lots of different places. So we've got a couple from Waterstones, quite a few from the Works. We've got a couple from TG Jones, I believe is the name, and then a couple from TK Maxx actually, which did not realise they had a book section, but might be my new favourite thing. So without further ado, we've chatted on enough. Let's just get straight into the haul. So because of how many, like the sheer volume of books that I have, I won't be reading the blurbs for them all, but I'll be reading the blurbs for the ones that I am like the most excited to read, or that are, you know, the most popular kind of book. I don't know. We'll wing it as we go. But yes, don't worry, this is not going to be an endlessly long YouTube video where I read the blurbs very poorly, because as we know, my pronunciation is terrible. Where we read the blurbs very poorly. No. We'll be reading a few of the blurbs, but then otherwise just getting excited over books. That's literally what this channel is. At this point, that's all this is a channel that we get excited over books. So anyway, let's do it. Okay, so let's start with all of the books from the Works. Now, I love the Works. I feel like that should be quite clear by now. But if it's not, I absolutely love the Works, which is a shop in the UK that sells like crafty bits and hobby bits, but also has a massive book section, and they do some really cool just general books, but also exclusive editions of certain books with sprayed edges. They're really, really cool. They're so fun, and I'm like a magpie. I'm drawn to a sprayed edge. So this is the biggest pile, but we're going to whiz through it. So first up is Ride With Me by Simone Sultani, and the reason that I wanted to get this book was because of the sprayed edge. Hello. Oh my gosh, look at how pretty that is. That is literally one of the most gorgeous sprayed edges I've ever seen in my life. And I was desperate to get my hands on this book, and I actually ordered it online from the Works. So some of these are an online Works order, and then some of them are just I went into the shop and I bought them. So I ordered it online, and then they said, oh, it's sold out, sorry, like we've taken that off your order. So I was upset, but then I heard that the Works were having a £1 sale. So some of these books are from that £1 sale. And I went, and to my surprise, there was like 12 of these books there. So I obviously picked one up and for £1, so cheaper than what I would have bought it for online. So, you know, overall, a great deal, a great bargain. But yeah, the reason that I got it is because this is just the best thing ever. But also, I believe it's like a accidental marriage kind of book, slow burn, accidental marriage. So yeah, super excited to read this one. Next up is Grin and Beard It by Penny Reid, and it has a sprayed edge, but it's just a blue sprayed edge. Still nice. But yeah, I was drawn to it mainly because of the blue like plaid, and also because it was £1. I did mention that I have a problem So some of the reasons for buying these books are literally just because that looked nice and it was cheap. Yeah, I don't make the best decisions, but it's fine. It's fine. It sounds interesting as well. Like, the blurb sounds exciting, and I think this would be a really nice, cute, like, easy read. And it's set in, hang on, Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee. And I love country. So I am very excited for the vibes of this book. Next up, we've got The Pairing by Casey McKeeston, I think is how you pronounce that name, but I'll show you it just in case I got it wrong. And the reason that I bought this book is because of another amazing sprayed edge. Are we shocked? No, but look at that. I mean, look at that. That is the cutest thing. Like, hello. So this is based on they do like a European food and wine tour. So that's why the sprayed edge is like this. And I just thought it was so cute. The plot of the book sounds good. It probably wouldn't be one of the first ones that I pick up from my bookshelf, but I'm excited. I think it will be a nice, easy read, and it is very cute on my shelf. Next up, we've got Untamed Heart by Jenna Moore, and this is another sprayed edge book. There's a lot of those, and this is the sprayed edge. So again, Moth to a Flame, was just drawn to it because that's so cute, but also it's not a very big book at all, and it just looked so cool. So this just sounds like a very cute cowboy ranch romance, so I'm very excited to read this and very excited for the beautifulness that will be on my shelf. Next up is People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young, and this is another works by, and it's another one that I got purely because of the sprayed edge. This is all of the autumn, like, cozy vibes. It's just the cutest thing ever. However, after I read the blurb, once I'd purchased it, not before, I won't be reading this book just purely because of some of the topics in it. Hit a little too close to home for me, but it sounds like such a cute autumnal read, and I was really excited to read it. So even though I won't be reading it, I will still be keeping it because, I mean, it has such an amazing cover, and I love the sprayed edges, so it will be going on my bookshelf for decoration. Next is Keep Me in Your Heart by Monica Murphy. So this is the author that does the Lancaster Prep. So I've read A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I don't think I've actually finished it, actually. I was enjoying it while I was reading it, but I just don't think I finished it. I'm not really sure why. But I do actually have that book. That's on my bookshelf. But I think it's part of the same series because they are still at Lancaster Prep. But anyway, yeah, this was £1. It sounded good. Keep Me in Your Heart, Monica Murphy. Cute little pink sprayed edges. And it was £1, so why not? Next, we've got Double Apex by Josie Juniper, and this was when I was purchasing from the works online, and I saw this book and I just thought, that looks cute. That looks so cute. There's no sprayed edges. That's okay. We won't hold it against the book. But it looks cute and it sounded cute. It's a Formula One romance, and I think it is like secret dating, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, it looks cool, and I do love a Formula One romance, so thought, why not? A lot of these book purchases are just, that looks cute, why not? But hey, if it gets me to read the book, it gets me to read the book. Next is one I'm super excited about. It is The Gingerbread Bakery by Laurie Gilmore. Now, I have not read any of the Dream Harbour series by Laurie Gilmore yet, but I do have them all, and that will be coming in my next video because I bought them from the place that will be the topic of my next video. But anyway, I saw this on the works Instagram. Look at those sprayed edges. I saw this on the works Instagram and I thought, you know what? Yes, sign me up. This sounds like the perfect Christmassy read, so I will definitely be picking this up in November, probably December. I need to make it through the rest of the Dream Harbour series first, which I think will be a November. There'll be a November pickup. Anyway, let me read you the blurb of this one. As owner of her beloved gingerbread bakery, Annie Andrews should have a love life to match her business, sugary and sweet. But instead, she's locked in a battle of wills with the irritatingly upbeat bar owner down the street. Max Sullivan has everything he wants, except the girl he dreams of. It's easier to argue with Annie than get her to talk to him, but with Jeannie and Logan's wedding coming up, they're about to spend a lot more time together. As the snowflakes fall and with romance in the air, will Annie see that the one she loves to hate might just be her perfect match after all? So yeah, like I said, this is just so cute. Like, look, the setting, the sprayed edges. it was an instant pickup for me, and it was only £5, so win all around. Okay, we are nearly at the end of our The Works pile, and the next one is a series, so it is a set of Emily McIntyre books. It is the Sugar Lake series, so I got these in a set, all 4 books, as you can see. I think they were like £20 for all 4 books, which is really like good. It's not bad at all. And it just sounded really interesting to me. I think these are all second chance romances. I'm not 100% sure, but I will read there's a little bit of a blurb on the back for each one. So I'll read the blurb of the first book so you can kind of see what I mean and what drew me to pick up this series, if not just for the covers, because I mean, how cute. And here's a peek at the rest of the covers as well, if you can see those with the glare of my window. So Beneath the Stars is the first book. So it says, after falling in love in their childhood there's a comma. After falling in love in their childhood, tragedy strikes and years pass before Alina and Chase are thrown together again. Old feelings resurface and Alina realises that Chase is on a mission to right the wrongs of his past, starting with her. And then, so maybe they're not all second chance, but some of them are second chance, I think. Anyway, that's by the by. It's a series. It's by Emily McIntyre, and it does say on the back, before Never After, there was Sugar Lake. So I don't think that these are dark romances like the Never After series are. But I'm still very intrigued to read it because, again, this cover just drew me in completely. And they all look really great. So I think that they'll be super easy reads, hopefully. I don't know, I'm just guessing. I know nothing about this series. But I'm hoping that they'll be just nice, easy pickup reads. So yeah, that is the second to last pick from my Works haul. And the final book is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Now, I've never read an Emily Henry book before, but I do want to start, I do want to dive in. But the reason that I picked up this book is, one, it was £1, and this is a hardback book, and it's a big book as well. It's got sprayed edges, it's a hardback book, and it has an alternate, it has a reversible dust jacket. So this is the outside, this is the first dust jacket, and then if you open it up, not only is the book super cute, because the book is yellow, which, adorable, but then you've got an alternate dust jacket, so you can put this one on instead, which, I love it. I love this one. I think this is so cute. So yeah, for £1, this, considering it is supposed to be £20, I couldn't leave it on the shelf. Couldn't bear to leave it on the shelf. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure if this is the Emily Henry book that I will start with, just because I know that there's been some mixed reviews on this book. Who knows, I might love it. But I think I'll maybe start with one of her other books first and then dive into this one. Okay, so that was my heftiest pile from the Works. The rest are just in sets of 2s. So not quite as much money spent in other stores, but still. So let's jump into T.G. Jones. So first up from T.G. Jones, I got Metal Slinger by Rachel Snyder. So I had seen the special edition, like the beautiful flowery sprayed edges. I'd seen the special edition of this book, but also just the non-sprayed edge version of this book. And it sounded really cool, and everyone was so excited about it. And so when I went into T.G. Jones, because it's not that far away from me, when I went into T.G. Jones and I saw that it was £10 and it's a hardback book, again, I was like, well, yes, sign me up, of course. I will purchase this book. And then I did read the blurb first. I have learned my lesson a little bit, so I did read the blurb first, and it sounded really cool. Now, I know that a lot of people really like this book, but my aunt said to me that she accidentally read a spoiler that made her stop reading the book. So now I'm a little bit concerned, but it's fine. Let's read the blurb and see what it's all about. I've had to move you down a little bit because I had to uncross my legs, so I've sunk a little bit, but anyway. So on the back it says, "You're kind of beautiful when you lie." Okay. The spoiler thing could potentially be a plot twist because the first sentence is, "One boat, one bed, one jaw-dropping plot twist." So now I'm a little scared. Even though she's not one of them, Bryn has spent her life among the Alaha. Guys, that was probably wrong. Alaha. 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 No, we're going with Alaha. We're going with Alaha, okay? We're going with Alaha. Even though she's not one of them, Bryn has spent her life among the Alaha, a community exiled to live at sea, training to be a guard and waiting for the chance to attend the annual market hosted by the Kenta, the very same people who exiled her adopted community. Going to the market is a rite of passage eagerly anticipated by all young guards, but Bryn does not anticipate breaking a century-long peace treaty while there, or for an intense encounter with an enemy soldier to threaten the fragile peace between their people and everything Bryn once believed to be true. Soon, Bryn's loyalty to the Alaha is tested when an unexpected visitor tracks her down, none other than said enemy soldier, sworn under oath to awaken Bryn to her true identity. Sent to sea and feeling more alone than ever, there a world of denied magic is unveiled. With rumours of a growing rebellion, Bryn's future has never looked so unsure. She was once certain of her fate and where she belonged, but the dark, knowing eyes of this stranger have her questioning everything, including her heart. Metalslinger is the first in a romantasy duology from the global booktok sensation Rachel Snyder. Full of seafaring adventure, knife fights, witty banter and slow burn tension. Discover why readers everywhere are calling Metalslinger the book with the plot twist that broke the internet. So I think that the spoiler that my aunt saw is potentially the plot twist. And the plot twist is going to be really painful given the fact that this book has just come out. So the second book has either not been written yet or it's not coming out anytime soon. So that's a little scary, but it's fine. I will still be reading this book because I'm really intrigued by it. I think it sounds really cool. So yeah, Metalslinger by Rachel Snyder. That was my first pick from T.G. Jones. And then my second pick from that shop was Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Now, the reason that I bought this book from T.G. Jones is because this edition, which has the, you can't really tell, but it has like sparkly, silvery, sprayed edges and it's just a really cool cover. It's just like such a cool book. I'd originally bought this edition from The Works. It was one of my online orders from The Works. Now, it just didn't come with the order. So I did get my money back from The Works, you know, they were great about it. But I was slightly upset that I didn't get it when I had ordered it because I was excited to have this on my bookshelf. However, I was then searching online and I saw that T.G. Jones had it. And as I said, there's a T.G. Jones near me. So I was like, right, get me there now. And it was actually cheaper because it was £11. So it was actually cheaper than it was at The Works. So yeah, I got it purely because how cool is this cover? Like so amazing. And these sprayed edges. Now, I did a little video about this. And I effectively said, you know, convince me to read this book because I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. I know some people absolutely love it and I know some people just found it so hard to get into, like they just couldn't. And I know that the next one is coming out soon, like so soon, and it's in like the same edition. So I might buy it just for the shelf decoration. This edition has got also some super cute artwork in it as well that I really liked. And is another reason that I picked up this book, even though I wasn't 100% sure if I would like it. So let me know down below if you loved it or if you didn't, like, let me know your thoughts. On that video, there was more like mixed reviews of some people saying that they just couldn't get into it and then some people saying that they absolutely loved it. So I think the key is that I have to persevere. Like I have to read the whole book if I'm going to do it because some people said that it got like really good around 80% and that's when it switched. So I think I will just have to read the whole book, but I might wait until the next book is out. So at least if there's like a cliffhanger or at least if like I get to the end and I'm like, oh, I want to know more, I could jump straight into the next book, even though I don't think it's a duology. I think it might be a trilogy. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, I am just jabbering on. So let's read the blurb. Do not touch the sword, do not turn the key, do not open the gate. Saris Fane is good at keeping secrets. No one knows about the strange powers she possesses or the fact that she has been picking pockets and stealing from the Undying Queen's reservoirs for as long as she can remember. In the land of the unforgiving desert, there isn't much a girl wouldn't do for a glass of water, but sooner or later, every secret comes out. When Saris comes face to face with death himself, she inadvertently reopens a gateway between realms and is transported to a land of ice and snow. The Fae have always been the stuff of myth, of legend, of nightmares, but it turns out they're real, and Saris has landed right in the middle of a centuries-long conflict that might just get her killed. The first of her kind to tread the frozen mountains of Evalia is over 1,000 years. Sayrus mistakenly binds herself to Kingfisher, a handsome Fey warrior who has secrets and nefarious agendas of his own. He will use her alchemist's magic to protect his people, no matter what it costs him or her. Okay, so I actually don't think I'd read the blurb. That's new to me. I don't think I'd read the blurb. I just heard everyone talking about it and I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm so easily influenced, it's ridiculous. But that sounds really good. That sounds really, really good. I understand why it might potentially be a little bit slow to pick up, but it sounds really cool. So I do think I will read this, but I think I will wait until the next book is out, which I will remind myself and put here when the next book is out, because I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is soon. So yeah, that actually sounds really cool, and I am excited to read that book. So I will let you know my thoughts, of course, when I do read it. Okay, the next bookshop. We are nearing the end, guys. The next bookshop is the classic Waterstones. I live for a mooch around Waterstones. It's one of my favourite activities to do, and Waterstones are like killing it with their sprayed edge books as well. Like, they're so good. I have done a reel recently where I walked around Waterstones and I just showed all the sprayed edge books, or just all the really cool like covers of books. So I'll put that little here, but you can find it on my page. I believe it's on my shorts. But yeah, I love a mooch around Waterstones. I love Waterstones, and they are killing it with their books recently. Not that they haven't always, but like there's just so many more sprayed edges than I've ever seen before in Waterstones, and I think that's really cool. So I bought 2 books from Waterstones when I was in there. I really contained myself, and I'm very impressed. Well done me. I'll pat myself on the back for that, because I really did contain myself, because I was going to buy more, but I thought, no, you don't need them. And I was like, but I want them. But I don't need them. So I let it go, but I did buy 2 because I didn't talk myself out of it that much. So first, this is another Emily McIntyre book, and this is Burning Daylight. And literally, look at this cover. This cover is the reason that I bought this book. I did read the blurb, but I don't think I even would have needed to. Like I was like, this has to go on my shelf. Look at it. It's so pretty. Like, it's so pretty. But thankfully, I did read the blurb. And I did really, really like the premise of the blurb. So, did I say it was called Burning Daylight? It's called Burning Daylight by Emily McIntyre. And I'm going to read the blurb to you because I really liked it and I can't wait to read it and also have it as decoration for my shelf. Some loves are powerful enough to rewrite history. Juliet Calloway lives in a world of luxury, legacies and lies. The daughter of Rosebrook Falls' most powerful family, her life is a well-crafted performance and she's tired of being polished to perfection. Roman Montgomery doesn't exist. Not officially, anyway. He's a shadow, a hidden weapon, the secret heir to an empire soaked in danger and a generations-old feud. When their paths cross, sparks fly. No names, no pasts, just reckless smiles and a chemistry neither of them can shake. Roman is charming, mysterious, and infuriatingly flirty, and Juliet, she's simply his. When Roman is called back to claim his place in the Montgomery Empire, the truth crashes down. Their families are sworn enemies, and Roman's very existence is a threat. Their love isn't just forbidden, it's impossible. Now every kiss feels like a betrayal, every stolen moment a risk, and in a town built on secrets and blood, their passion might just be the most dangerous thing of all. So it's giving Romeo and Juliet. Like, it's giving Romeo and Juliet. Because it's like Juliet and like Roman. So it's giving Romeo and Juliet, isn't it? Which I've just put together just now by reading their names. But anyway. It's giving Romeo and Juliet. It's giving forbidden love. But it's giving, like, they fall in love and then they realise it's forbidden. And they got to make it work. So I'm excited. I'm excited to read this book. I think this sounds really, really cool. And I will definitely be reading it. I'll add it to my never-ending TBR. But I'm really excited to read this book. And if you have, let me know what you thought. Next is a book that I was completely influenced by. I think I saw like 2 people, literally like 2 people on TikTok say about how much they love this book. And I was like, okay, guess I'm in, guess I'm sat. And then I went into Waterstones and I saw it, and then I saw that it was a special edition. So again, no more questions were asked, basically. No more questions were asked. I did read the blurb, and I did enjoy it. But that is Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. And look at how cute the sprayed edges are. Like, it's got a little gemstone and then little flowers. It's just so cute. It's just so cute. Like, I'm obsessed. And it's got special artwork inside it as well, which just fueled my obsession, to be honest. It just absolutely fueled my obsession. I fell in love with this book. and I've heard some really good things about it. I think it is a standalone, which is always good sometimes, because sometimes I don't want to read a series. Sometimes I just want to read a book that starts and ends happily ever after. Good, we're great, done. So I could be wrong. It could be more than one, but I think it is a standalone, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I haven't read the Divine Rival series by Rebecca Ross, but I do really want to, because I have also heard some really good things about that as well. So I feel like I need to just go on a bit of a Rebecca Ross kick at some point. Maybe I'll start with this book, or maybe I'll start with Divine Rivals. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, let me read the blurb, and so you can see what this book is about if you haven't heard of it, because I think it is new, quite new. A sweeping new epic set in the world of international sensation Divine Rivals. Okay, so it's set in the same world, but different characters, I think. A goddess born to the firelit domain of the underworld, Matilda is blessed with humble messenger magic, carrying letters and secrets through the realms, including one of her own, a mortal boy who appears only in her dreams. 10 years ago, Vincent of Beckett wrote to Matilda on the darkest night of his life, begging the goddess he befriended in his dreams for aid. But his prayer went unanswered, forever hardening his heart against the gods. That is, until she arrives bearing a letter with the promise of a future beyond dreams, one that might rewrite the dark, blood-soaked ways of the gods, or end them. Okay. It's giving tension. It's giving tension, and also, like, this artwork is giving, like, battle, because there's also a dragon here, which, yes, please. Yes, please. There's a dragon. So, yes, this sounds really cool. It sounds like, I don't even know, like, I'm not going to put my, I'm not going to just throw out some random tropes there. I need to think about it a bit more. But on the back it says, she was immortal, she was destined to come and go, like the cycle of seasons. And what was I? A humble mortal cursed to age and die. I was rooted to the ground, destined to return to the earth as dust. I could not hold her any more than I could the wind, but I loved her for it. That's so cute. Okay, so I'm really excited to read this book and obviously have it on my shelf because it is beautiful. So let me know if you have read this book, or if you've read the Divine Rival series by Rebecca Ross and what you thought of it, because I've heard literally nothing but good things. Like, I don't think I've ever seen someone say that they didn't enjoy a Rebecca Ross book. So yeah, I'm really excited to read that. And that ends the Waterstones portion of this video. And we are nearly done, guys. Don't worry, we are nearly done, because we've just got 2 more books from one shop, and that is TK Maxx. I saw a couple of TikToks that said that TK Maxx has a book section, and I was kind of like, oh, that looks cool. And so I went into TK Maxx. I went into TK Maxx for the blankets, because the blankets are top tier. So I went in for a blanket, and I got a Christmas themed blanket, which I will show you when it comes more Christmassy time. I'll have to put it in my wardrobe for now. But anyway, I went into TK Maxx for a blanket, and then I just so happened to stumble upon the book section, and I saw my favourite series ever that I read years ago. They've done new covers of the books, because I read them on Kindle. So they've done new covers of the books, and I'm obsessed. Like, I love the book covers. I think they're amazing. And I saw that they had 2 books. There was literally the only 2 that was there. I saw 2 books of this series, and so I bought them both. And that is the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So I think the fandom refer to it as girlie, but it's Jennifer L. Armentrout. So she writes, if you don't know, the Lux series. So this is the Lux series. She also writes the From Blood and Ash series and the Flesh and Fire series, and all those kind of ones. But my first series that I ever read by JLA was the Lux series. Now, this is book 3 and 4. So they didn't have 1 and 2, or I think there's 5. Yeah, that's 5. So they didn't have 1 and 2 and 5, but it's fine. So I've got 3 and 4, and that's a good start to my collection, because they were $3.99. $3.99 each. And like, I think they're like $9.99. Yeah, they're usually $9.99. So I wasn't going to leave them on the shelf. I wasn't going to leave them to be lonely. I was going to bring them home with me, where they will be loved and treasured forever. So yeah, it's the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and it is just one of my favourite series that I have ever read. I think I need to do a reread sometime soon. I've reread them like 100 times, but I think I need to do a reread again, because I haven't done it in a while. But it's just my favourite series by JLA, and look at these covers. they're so cute. So all of the covers, because it's the Luxe series, all of the names of the books are gemstones. So the first one is obsidian. Let me just check what the second one is. The first one is obsidian. The second one is... Yeah, sorry, I had to sing the Taylor Swift song to remember how to pronounce this correctly, because I think I pronounced it wrong. The first one is obsidian. The second one is onyx. Then it's opal, origin, and then opposition. So it starts as gemstones and then it gets to not gemstones. But the book covers have gorgeous gemstones on them, which are like beautiful. So yes, this series follows Damon and Katie, and without giving too much away, he calls her kitten. Do with that what you will. He calls her kitten. It is a bit of an enemies to lovers situation. He's her neighbour. She becomes friends with his sister. And he's an alien. But it's done well. Like, he's not a green. Like, he's not a green alien. Like, he's an alien. But I love it. Like, it's good. Like, it's good. So they're called, like, Lux. Like, that's their species. Luxon. They're called Luxon. That's their species. Just listen. Just read them. Just read them. And I will continue to hunt for these and add them to my collection. I can buy them on Amazon, but I'd rather buy them from a shop. So I will still be on the hunt for these. But yes, this was my last pick. And I was... literally, I think I talked out loud to myself in the shop, which is it's not unusual for me. I talked to myself out loud in the shop when I saw these, because I was just like, oh my gosh, yes, give me them now. So yes, that is all of the books that I have bought recently from bookstores. My next video is going to be all of the books that I've bought recently from Vinted, and they are all special edition books. But for now, this video is all of the books that I've bought from bookstores. I have a very big sense of deja vu right now, and I know that I've never done this before, but I have a big sense of deja vu, so that's interesting. I just thought I'd share that with you. Yeah, so these are all of the books that I bought recently. Like I said, I buy books when I'm sad and they make me feel better. I buy books anyway, even when I'm happy I buy books, but especially when I'm sad. And I've been very sad recently, so I've been endlessly buying books. I would say I'm on a bit of a ban now, because I do need to start reading the books rather than just buying them. Two separate hobbies, of course. I need to start reading the books instead of buying them, but I know that I have some special editions coming in the mail, which I will do in the post, which I will do a video unboxing for. But after that, I think I'm on a bit of a ban. Little one. Like, I could be convinced. So anyway, that's all from me today. I need to go away and think about my life choices. Probably just go away and start reading the books, to be honest. Anyway, I laugh at myself. I jest because I'm very self-aware. But I love books, and I assume that if you're watching this video, so do you. So I hope you enjoyed this video where I showed you all of the very, very, very many books that I've bought recently. And my next video is still about more books that I've bought recently, but they're all special edition and they'll all be from Vinted, so they're all secondhand. But yes, that is all from me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know I've said that already, but I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really missed doing this, despite my frustrations with the lighting and the placements and all that kind of thing. I really missed doing this, and I'm really excited to get into a proper schedule and post every single week, because I just love talking about books. I love reading books. I love talking about books, and I actually I just love doing this. I love filming the videos. I love editing the videos. So yeah, I'm excited that I am officially back, and I'm gonna have to hold myself to that now. I'm officially back posting every single week. So thank you so much for watching this video. The best part of this video was that you were here with me, so I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! I love the works. I've just hit my mic. Great. Great. Good start. Oh, okay. I look like I've got no chin. I do have a chin. It is there. just look like I've gotten on. Anyway, I've just realised, just now, just this second, that I forgot to put my lip gloss on, so I hope you've been enjoying my bare lips, guys. Yeah. Anyway,